The manifestations really are not the main event. They're really not that important. It's really not about the manifestation. It's about how you feel right now in this now moment, because this now moment is the whole important manifestation. This now moment is all you have. This now moment is the leading edge. You are leading edge creators here on the leading edge of all thought, the furthest, most expanded version of that, of all that is. This now time and space that you're standing in is really so valuable. It's so important, for it is the conjunction between the non-physical and physical. Yes, it's all meeting here. It's all here. It's all focused here. There's nowhere other than here that the non-physical would rather be focusing on, because right here is where it's all at, because it's the leading edge, and you all focused and with so much pure desire and streams of focus, clear focus, you decided to come into these bodies because you knew that you were valuable. You knew that you would be the perfect pioneers here on this leading edge, perfect to expand the entire universe for the joy of creation. But somewhere along the way, the joy wasn't the main event anymore. It was about the creation. It was about the growth. It was about how much do you make? How much did you create? How many awards do you have? It was about the manifestation. And that really is where things get very wonky, where things get very side railed. And you know what that translates into? You not having a lot of fun. It just feels like you're just waiting for something, and you're waiting for the awards. You're waiting for those peak high moments that really are very few. And yet you're here in this now moment, and you're left with these now moments where it feels like you're waiting for the next thing and the next, and you're not having that much fun. And truly, this right here, because you're waiting for the manifestations so that you can start the journey, because you think that the journey begins when you finally have the money that you're interested in, when you finally have the body, when you're finally living the career, you're living in the house. But the career, the journey is starting right now. It's already underway right here, because everything that you want, the second that you decided, hey, I want to be rich, I want this, the essence of that was shot into this vibrational reality. It's all being held in that vibrational reality for you, vibrating, emitting a signal that you can match with. And that's what your emotions are all about. Your emotions are very important. You see, you can be listening to all this and you could be thinking, you know, I don't care about any of this. I just care about manifestations. I just care about having more money and having a happy life and having a happy body. And that's all fine too, because when you do the vibrational work, then there's something in the creator who is able to manifest everything on their list, because they understand the alignment. And the alignment is going to lead to everything that you want. It just is. It's the law of the universe. It's a law of attraction. It's a law of physics. It's everything. You're going to have everything that you want, because if you want something, if a desire is clear in your mind to the point where you're able to say out loud, okay, I want $1 million. I want an empire. I want to write books for a living. I want to write books that will be adapted into best-selling movies. I want to be a singer. I want to be a dancer. I want to do all this stuff, right? By the time it's clear, then that's the desire that you're going to experience 100%. But most people, they just need to see evidence. And that's why it's hard to manifest things. Well, it's impossible, because when you're trying to manifest something, then you keep noticing where it is, and then where it is, it always keeps you stuck. It keeps you in a loop where it just feels like you're waiting. But when you really care more about how you're feeling in this now moment, so now the manifestations are really secondary. Now it's actually about the feeling. It's about how you feel. So you understand truly, success is how I feel. How I feel is everything. Now you got it. Now you understand everything, because if you understand, and if you can understand, and you do understand that it really, everything that you want is not a physical journey like the way that you think it is. Because when you think of, okay, I want $1 million, you think, okay, logically speaking, right? Logically, meaning realistically speaking, meaning based on the odds, based on what I believe is true, based on what I'm able to believe, what limited things I know, putting all that together, there's an action journey that I have to take. I have to do something in order to make the money happen. I have to do something in order to make that money hit my account. And we're saying, in a physical world, then when your world is only physical, then that is all you can do. And yet many are not. Many are doing that, but they're offering more resistance than they're allowing. And that's why they're not making those strides. That's why they're not having those big manifestations that they're really interested in, because it's all an emotional journey. You have to take a vibrational journey, because this is a vibrational world. And you can be so invested in the emotion, in the emotions, that the manifestations, the physical manifestations, are not as interesting. But this is the leading edge, place where we're launching off of, because you do want manifestations, you do. And we're just saying, get connected first, so that you have the current of source energy flooding through you. Get connected first so that you finally have leverage. So now when you think about your desires, they don't feel yearning. They don't feel like, oh, I just want to be over there. They feel good. They feel fun. Everything feels possible. It feels exciting. It feels like energy, because you're a machine that's built for speed. You like speed, but yeah, the speed that you're looking for only comes from tuning your frequency, so that when there is that resistance, because when you get more specific than you're able to handle, then you're going to be faced, you're going to face all of your resistance, the pieces that are in your way. But now that you understand a lot more, you could, soothe that resistance away. You could see the pieces that, are keeping you stuck where you are, or hindering you from allowing what you want fully. And you could release all that, because you're built for speed. You understand all this. So now get connected, get into the vortex, and you know how to get into the vortex. You know what it feels like. You know the difference between a thought that feels good and a thought that feels less than good. You know all that stuff. So now you can want, now you can desire. We just want you to desire and understand that everything that you want is for a feeling. And so if you understand that everything that you want is for that feeling, and you're able to conjure that feeling, you're able to induce that feeling is easy, because you want everything for the feeling of alignment. So when you can find the feeling of alignment by talking about why you want it, when you're dreaming, when you're talking about why you want it, when you're talking about desire, you understand that the only reason why you're talking about desire is for the feeling that you're having right now, not for the feeling that you have later. It's for the feeling right now. It's for the unconditional alignment that you're able to accomplish right now, right? Because sometimes your emotions, how you feel when you're dreaming, it feels tied to the conditions of what will soon be your reality, but it's not your reality. So you dream of being a big star, and you see all of the amenities, you see everything that you're enjoying, and you're high flying, you're enjoying all of the images, and your vibration is soaring, you're feeling the alignment. But you don't understand, or you're not noticing that the alignment is completely different than the dream, right? Because it's an emotional reality versus the image in your mind. The emotional reality is what we're trying to help you focus on. Everything is in unconditional emotion. You want to find the emotion and leave the specifics, leave the details out of the picture. But here's the thing, when you can get into the vortex now, and you understand that everything that I want is to feel good, and I already feel good, that doesn't mean I'm going to stop wanting. No, since I already feel good, now I'm stable. So now when I think about my desires, I'm going to be ready. I'm going to have access to different thoughts. And now you're ready to think about everything that you want. Now you're excited. Now you're thinking about your desires, and you're expectant. Because when you're not in the vortex and you think about and you get more specific, you're not expecting these things. You're working hard over time to make up for the fact that you don't really believe what you want is going to happen. So if there's that effort, but creation is not about effort. Creation is about allowing what is already created, what has already been vibrationally put into motion because of you, because of what you decided you wanted. And so if everything is a vibrational reality right now, the only way that you can truly be a steady match to everything that you want is by finding unconditional alignment, is by understanding that the manifestations are really secondary. The real manifestation, the only manifestation that ever matters, is how you feel. And since you have control over how you feel, now you can desire. And when you desire, when you get more specific, or when you get very specific, it's really fun. Now you can get very, very specific. Now you can say, you can get down to the nitty gritty and still not lose your connection, because now you're not thinking to create, you're thinking for the real joy of feeling good in this now moment. You're thinking for the speed, you're allowing specifics for the speed. Everything is for the joy of this now moment. We just want you to understand that it's this now moment, and how you feel matters the most. And if you're dreaming and you're feeling good right now, you're a success. You have made it. And so when you understand that it's an emotional journey, then you realize how easy it all is. You take the emotional journey. You understand that everything that you want is for that feeling. And what emotion really is about this vibrational reality. And you have to care about this vibrational reality. You have to care about this conjunction between source and non-physical energy, or source and non-physical energy, and you in this now moment. You have to be aware of that, because that's what your emotions are all about. Your emotions are letting you know how much of source are you allowing in this now moment, and how much of source are you thereby disallowing. That's what your emotions are all about. So your emotions are a manifestation that's separate from the physical, and your emotions are the most important thing for you to really understand for you to crack the code of how do you actually create your reality. You're creating with your emotions, you're molding with your emotions. And so then when you understand that it's about emotions, and then you can create your mood, you can change how you feel at your own whim. You have the control over how you feel. Now you have control over everything, because it all follows your emotion. Everything follows your emotion. And when you truly feel prosperous without any resistance, then what you want has to come to you. And the thing is, the manifestations, they will follow vibrational alignment. And so it's really about the vibrational alignment that you want to be focusing on mostly. And what is vibrational alignment? What does that mean? It means harmony, it means feeling, it means emotion. Whatever your vibrational alignment is best signified to you by how you feel. It's demonstrated, it's being live. There's a sort of a live feed of how you feel right now. And that's what you're doing with your point of attraction. And you see, you're doing a really good job because your vortex is already done. But now you want to be having more fun, because most people, they don't allow themselves to have fun until they're over there. What we're saying is you're never going to be over there, and everything's always working out for you. And even when things look like they're not working out for you, they always are working out for you. So you want to not hold back your desire. You want to desire. You just want to make sure that you're connected first. You just want to make sure and understand that everything you want is for that feeling. And since you already have that feeling right now, then you already made it. That's the thing, is once you're feeling good, once you can feel good, even though your reality hasn't even changed, even though you may be poor, even though your conditions are not conducive to feeling good like any normal person would be living, then you've made it. Then you understand truly that since you feel in alignment, that you've made it. You don't need the marks on the chart anymore. You're not looking for other people's approval. You're not looking for the peanut gallery's approval. Now you have it all. Because once you have it all, you understand that it's really the only way that you can have it all is the emotion. The only success is joy in this now moment. And it's either you feel joyful now or you don't. And if you don't feel joyful now, and most people, they're like, well, I can't feel joyful right now because what I want isn't here. And we're saying that's what you have to get over. You have to understand that there's always going to be that gap. There's always going to be something that you're reaching for more that you can't yet see. And if the fact that you can't see it right now, if the fact that it hasn't been coming for the last year, 2 years, 5 months, if you're allowing the current conditions, the past, to be mixed in with your vibration right now, then you're living an experience that really isn't a lot of fun. But if you can be unconditional, if you can figure out that, why do I want this? And you find the why you want it, and you calibrate to that emotion that's far away or has nothing to do with the actual subject of your desire itself. It's just about the emotion, and now you've got it. It's all about the emotion. And once you have the emotion, then reality must reflect it. But don't be so caught up with trying to have reality reflect it. Be more caught up with how you feel, with emotion, with how much you're feeling. And once you allow your emotion to be your prize, then you'll be like, yeah, I just feel good, and it's nice if great things come, but the feeling is the most important. And since I have the feeling, then I have it all.